Hello everybody, my name is Jacob, and welcome to Bugdom 2! That's right, we are continuing Nostalgia Month, a month-long series, I guess, where I play a bunch of games from my childhood, and I'm talking like 6, 7, 8 years old, play in kindergarten, play on the library computer type games, not like, this is the PS2 game I played when I was 15. No, I'm talking childhood games. And we already played Bugdom 1, so let's play Bugdom 2! Why not? This one should work, hopefully, way better with a controller than the other one did, because this one actually came out. This was, I don't know. Okay, we'll see how well this works. I don't really remember the first Bugdom. Like, how do I throw? Can I throw? I guess not. I just kick. I don't really remember the first Bugdom being, like, sold in stores. Obviously it was, but I don't remember ever seeing it. Whereas this is a game that I only ever played the first Bugdom in my school. I played this game at home. I had this game at home. This was also one of my earliest, like, introductions to 3D, just 3D stuff in general, because this game you could actually came with a pair of 3D glasses, like the old school red and blue, or purple and green, I think were these ones. And you could just play the whole game from start to finish in 3D. Now, this one we're looking at a much simpler story. As you could probably tell from the get-go, there's actually a story cutscene at the beginning of the game. We're still kicking nuts and collecting four-leaf clovers and stuff like that, but in this one, this little grasshopper whose name is Skip, we don't know that yet, but we'll learn it in about 30 seconds. We're going after a big angry bee who stole his knapsack. How rude! That's so mean for him to have done that. Now I am gonna go grab this little shell for a reason that will become very apparent very quickly. Also, I like this game a little bit more than the first one. I think the levels are a little bit cooler, and I think just by the nature of, like, the game design, like the studio existing for longer, they got better at making the game. Or they got better at making games in general. Hey, bud, you need a shell?
Thanks for finding my shell, Skip. Here's the key I promised.
Actual voice acting in this one as well.
Well, hello, thank you, Skip.
Give our little chipmunk squirrel friend an acorn, and we actually get a map, as you can see up there in the top of the screen. But this one I think is a little bit... I just think the game in general is a little bit more fun. We can also fly now.
Skip, I'll trade you this checkpoint for an acorn checkpoint.
Mm-hmm. Have to actually trade the checkpoints in, which I think is really interesting. Also, look at those big gnomes. Got to avoid the big gnomes.
Skip, this critter looks stuck. See if you can lift the bar by pressing your pickup button.
Come on, kill the flies. Come on, come here. And they're dead. That big dude is still after me, though. Oh, and those. I never got those. I never understood what the deal with those are. Like, those big guys pop up after it rains. They're clearly like plants.
Skip,
but I never got it. Save the mouse by picking up the mousetrap. The levels, I think, in this one also get a little bit more complicated in terms of goals. There's a couple levels later on that aren't just like 3D platformers, and there's a couple levels later on that have more specific goals besides just, like, get to the end of the level. Also, I really love the aesthetic of, like, the punk fly. It's very funny to me. Alright. We helped one of the mice, and we got the checkpoint. Also, in case you didn't notice, I'm jumping up and, like, shattering these butterflies, and they'll give me health or flight energy or our little buggy friends. Which, the only creatures that the little buggy friends cannot affect are the gnomes. The gnomes are impossible to take down. You just have to avoid them. Blueberries equal fly energy. Strawberries equal health. And I've got a little shield right now, and when they hit the shield, that was the, like, weird bass boost sound effect you heard. Ow. Well, I'm out of them. Okay, what's over this way? Was this where I came from before? It doesn't appear to be. I still want to try to get as many secrets as I can. And the fact that each level... While granted, I have to find it in each one. Because I need to, like, give our buddy his shell. So I have to find his shell and then find him. The fact that every level has a map now is such a relief. And it makes everything way, way easier. So that's something. Okay, what's up here? Just a bunch of you guys. There's got to be something over here. No ladybugs to rescue in this one. Because now I guess it's just, this is just life as a bug. It's not actually like trying to take down an evil bee king. I guess I can kick him and it'll stop them for a bit, but they still can't, like, defeat them. Which makes sense. He is a big gnome. Yeah, that's the yeah. Why it sounds like that when they hit me with the shield on, I have no idea. It just does. Saved another mouse friend. Another blue 4-leaf clover, and these levels just feel a little bit bigger than the others. Maybe they're not in actuality, but because the camera's pulled out a little bit more, we have more movement abilities as opposed to just running around and, like, slightly jumping. It does lead each level to feel bigger than they might actually be in reality. But hey, you know what? I'm okay with that. It just means more world to explore. Or at least feel like I'm exploring. Alright. What's up?
Hi, Skip. If you can put my scarecrow's head back on, I'll give you another trait. You found the scarecrow's head. Now just put it back on, and I'll
yeah, super easy.
My scarecrow, Skip. Here's your key.
Just more challenges, more different ways of doing things that just make the game a little bit more interesting. And a little bit more, you know, just fun to run around and explore. That's mostly the reason that I enjoy this one versus over the first one. Plus, I just think that this one also controls a little bit better. Which I think that's not really a controversial opinion. That's just the nature of, like, hey, we made a game for the Mac in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, and then we made a game for Mac and PC later, like both from the jump instead of getting added to PC later on. I think it's the same thing of, like, well, of course a game made for the PS2 is going to look better than a game made for the PS1. Does that mean it will be better? No, but it will naturally look and control probably a little bit better as well because of the nature of technological advancements. There's that gosh dang bee. It ran off, but that's fine. Look via the map, I can tell exactly where we need to go. Which is this way, a little hidden over in this alcove. And look at that, these little pebbles that I can't pick up, but I thought I could pick up for some reason. Like, just different environments all in one area, all in one level. Not like, oh, we gotta go to a different level to get a slightly different texture or aesthetic. It's all here. Also, I will never, ever, ever get over just the swift and violent sound of the kick, of Skip's kick at the flies. It's very funny to me. There we go. Case in point. Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything over here. Just gotta come rescue this mouse.
Thanks for rescuing those mice, Skip.
I guess I have to rescue a certain number of them to get the key, and I already had, because I'm an overachiever. Will you go for the flies, actually, please? Otherwise, I'm just wasting you. And I'd rather not do that. What's up, dude? Yeah, nice try. And don't worry, the levels do get harder. Like I was saying, they just get... There's different goals, and they just, in general, get more complex. So don't worry about that. I'm definitely not going to be breezing through every single one. I would love blueberry, though. But I don't think I'll need it, because I think this is just the exit. Yes? Yeah, there's no... In this one, there's no little, like, exit ramp or whatever. Like, exit signifier. You just are walking to what looks like a big empty thing, and that's the exit. Also, I love this. Get rid of them all, Skip. Come on. Almost, in a way, discourages you from collecting a bunch of them. Because why would you want to watch that for so long? My god, I love everybody doing their little dance, though. The mice running and Skip's just like, yabba-da-doo, yabba-da-doo. Yabba-da-butt-butt-ba-da-ba-da-doo. So we were at the front yard before, and now we're at the backyard. Yeah, I was going to say, the last one is going to smash, right? Smash. Oh, I cannot believe I just noticed on the left-hand side there's mice icons. And boy, do they look depressed. So here's another little game mechanic. Let's see if maybe using a control stick will make this easier than mouse and keyboard. Maybe. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, made it through there. Just want to kind of obviously avoid the fireworks. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, can I not be on it anymore? Oh, oh, oh. I guess once I'm in the water, I can't be on it anymore. Or once it is in the water. These dudes freak me out. These freaked me out so much as a kid. They take a couple swift kicks to kill. They're like cockroaches or something. I don't know. Or like termites. They're so big. They genuinely really freaked me out as a kid. Also, actual camera controls. I know the first Bugdom had camera controls, and we learned that after the fact, but this one I knew had it from the jump.
Howdy, Skip. I'll trade you this checkpoint for an acorn.
Come on. Come on. Die. I don't know what the hell those things are. I don't know if I want to know. Ow, rude. Also, just like the previous game, my health and this time now also flying ability carries over. I'll take the checkpoint, though. I wonder if I can pick up the bottle caps. I never actually tried.
Howdy, Skip. Checkpoint.
Thank you. No map yet, but there is a checkpoint. Yeah, you really got to hit him with a lot for that. Get out of here. Cannot pick up the cola bottle lid. Oh, thank God. Now, you really, really got to save your little buggy buddies if you want to break any of the bottles, because it takes so many to break a bottle. Now, some bottles have stuff in them, and some are blocking your way, so it becomes, like, more advantageous to break them. But not all of them. Not necessarily. What's up, dude?
Skip, the red key is floating on a leaf somewhere in the pool. But be careful. The chlorine in the water will hurt you. Yeah,
normal water is fine, but the chlorine water absolutely will be a pain in my little flying tuchus. Yep. Just realized I hadn't really been collecting a lot of four-leaf clovers. I've just sort of been running around, beating people up and collecting the butterflies. I would love to see a map, though. That way I can run around and see, hey, have I gotten all the mice in this area? Not that I'm even remotely trying to 100% this. Just like the first game, it's just sort of a happy accident if I do manage to get everything of a thing. Oh no, that's pickup, duh. Another checkpoint, but I'll wait to get that until right before I go through the door. That way it's checkpointed there. Boop. Bip. Alright. I know what I just said about saving the bugs, but still. God, I would love if any sort of Bugdom had come out on consoles. None of them did. But there's a part of me that wishes... Oh, look at that little extra life. It looks both extremely cute and also terrifying to just be sitting there just as a little head. Yeah, you know what? The number of mice that are on that list in such close proximity makes me think that maybe they hit a point where they were like, oh, crap, we wanted to put this many mice in the level, but maybe the level isn't exactly big enough for that many mice. Alright, how bad is the chlorine in the water going to hurt me? Shouldn't really have to worry, because I'll just do this. Now, oh. There's the red key. It hurted a little bit. It dang did hurted. Oh my god, my controller's actually vibrating. There's actually a slight bit of vibration force feedback in this game. Would never in my entire life have guessed that. Never, ever, ever. Gun to my head would never have guessed that.
If you can squash all the berries along the trail, I'll give you a key at the end.
Gotcha. You got it. All the berries along the trail. Just be careful of the firecrackers. Not just because of health, but because of the snake. That's honestly the bigger concern. Anytime there's a baseball like this, there's a snake running around, ready to gobble me up in one swift bite. I will say that the creature designs look cuter this time around. Like, I love I said the creature designs. They're all bugs, but they definitely look cuter than they did before. In terms of like Skip here, like, not to say Rolly wasn't cute, but everybody looked just sort of like, it's a pill bug, it's a ladybug, it's a bee. And then some of the ants and other enemies looked more like unnerving. No. Loop around. There we go. But in this one, they all look a little bit more like cuter, rounder, smaller, more quote-unquote marketable. This is not a good or bad thing. It's just an observation.
You made quite a mess back there. Here's the key.
Am I safe? I better be safe here. Where is the map?
Howdy, Skip. I'll trade you this.
Come here. Get kicked. Maybe actually he's meant to be a tick. But still, that's a pretty or a flea. Still, that's a pretty massive flea if that's the case. There's the blue key. Like I was saying, you gotta save them up if you want to use them for something like that. Come here. Nice try, bud. Get out of my way. Out of my house. I got places to go. Mice to rescue. I don't think they actually... Their only weapon is their little, like, bottle cap discuses. I don't think they actually do anything to me if they get close to me and they don't have those. I could be wrong, and maybe I don't want to find out if I'm wrong or not. But I could be wrong. Strawberry? Nope, just a little bee buddy. It did just occur to me, because I've stopped cracking as many acorns, I think I've fully given up on the 4-leaf clovers. Not because I think it's particularly hard, just because I'm like, why? don't really have a purpose to it.
Skip, this pipe will take you inside the house. I'll let you in if you can get all the ticks and fleas off my friend Fido.
Copy that. So that I just walk in, right? Okay. Just walk up to him. Yep. End of the level. I like that. It's such an interesting thing of, like, setting up the next level as, like, a challenge of, like, to get to the technical next area, you need to solve this problem for me and my friend. It's interesting. It's not, like, groundbreaking, but much like I was talking about with, oh, actually, I can't talk about that because that hasn't started airing yet. Fido's fur. Now, this level, aesthetically, environmentally, freaked me out as a kid for reasons you'll very quickly see.
Remember, Skip?
Yeah.
Get all the ticks and fleas off of my friend Fido. I'll let you into the drain pipe.
No checklist, by the way, of, like, how many are left. Just that some are still there. I think it literally will only end once they're all dead, and then it'll just say, like, hey, congrats. And that's about it. But I like when kids' games do stuff that maybe isn't groundbreaking, maybe isn't revolutionary, but is something where it's like, you didn't have to do this, but you did it anyway. God, these things really freak me out. These ain't it, Chief. Okay, he didn't even attack me, though. God, what was I literally just saying about, like, cuter aesthetics and designs and, like, not really being as scary or unnerving as the first games? What was I literally just saying about that in terms of enemy and character designs? I like that their whole thing is after they get hit, they need to, like, stand still first. They're like, hold on, give me a sec, man. I'll be right with you. I'll be right with you, dude. God damn it. Alright, at least I've got another life, and at least the enemies don't respawn. But still, that felt, especially since I'd already hit one of them, all I needed to do was get a swift kick in on the other dude. Come here. Come here!
You got all the fleas. Now get those ticks.
Yeah, there's more ticks somewhere. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, ew, I hate them. Haven't even seen them again. The sound, too, is so unnecessarily gross. It's like, why? Why would you do this? What about this is necessary in your kid's game? You could have still kept the, like, enemy, but made them slightly less terrifying. Just do your little dance. We gained no points for that. We helped a dog and gained nothing for it. Here's one of the other levels that's different. This one gave me a lot of trouble as a kid, so we'll see if this actually, if I actually succeed at this. Yeah, the like, narrowly, like, threading the needle sort of nature of this, and how close and quickly it comes up on you, really, really gave me difficulty as a kid. But we'll see if I can nail it this time. Because you can go up on the walls, but it's way more difficult than one would think to keep the momentum right, to avoid the nails and... Oh, okay, cool. I like, can't... I can barely talk right now. I just gotta focus, because this is also a long level, too. Okay, alright. Making progress, making progress. That's honestly fine, because it does less health less damage to me than any of the other stuff, but it gives me the invincibility frames for a little bit. See, it's the quick corners and everything that I'm like, come on, guys. This is too quick for a kid to really grasp, like, the direction of. Because some of these, I come around some of these corners way slower than others. Some are, like, lightning fast, practically, and others are, like, I can see it coming from a mile away. Okay, okay. Come on. How much more is there? Oh, is this it? Is that the end? Because it's just a long shot. Oh, my God. I did it. Am I going to do this game, like, way faster than the first one? Because there's only, like, 10 levels, I think. And right now we're on level 5. We're at the playroom. This might be my favorite level in the entire game, for reasons that will become very quickly apparent. First of all, love the aesthetic. Love all the silly little toy game card stuff. The crayons called Waxola. Love it. And there's, like, different sub-objectives in this level that I think are awesome, that just make me smile, that you will very quickly see. My love of this level will become very quickly apparent. And the reasons as to why will also become very quickly apparent.
Well, hello, Skip. I'll give you a map if you'll bring me an
Thank you. I need a map for this one. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, Mr. Robot Man. Can I push it? Oh, I think it's just meant to be there aesthetically, I guess. But they still kept the physics of, like, the rideable ones, hence why it kicked me off after a little bit. Die, military-industrial complex. Capitalist military machine. What 3-year-old needs toys that represent the horrors of war? I better stop with my... better stop with my little, whatchamacallit, little anarchist rants before I get reported on YouTube or my viewership drops lower than it already is, which, ain't very high to begin with. That being said, I really appreciate all of you that are here watching and enjoying. I know, I said it, I don't know if the game in which I said this has gone up yet or not, but I'm sure it.
I'll trade you this checkpoint for
it bears repeating. This is going to be a very interesting month in terms of viewership for me, because I don't know if this is going to be a big hit or not. Part of me thinks, oh, maybe it will be, because of, like, nostalgia and everything. Like, people going like, oh, that game, I remember that game. You're playing that one? And that could very well be a big boon and lead to a lot more people finding the channel, because I remember these games, and I'm willing to go back and play the obscure, older games. It could also be a massive hindrance, because some of my more popular playthroughs recently have been more, like, modern, or not necessarily modern, but, like, well-known games, whereas, with the exception of maybe Bugdom, a lot of the games that I've been playing this month have been much more obscure, like, quote-unquote, kids titles. Stuff that you're like, what? Who knows this? A lot of stuff that you can find, like, on, like, My Free Abandonware and stuff like that. That's the era that we're dealing with this month. Okay, gotta find his marble. Where is your marble, my dude? Gotta find your marble, gotta find your marble. Because then if we find your marble, we can bowl, and then that's how we get the key. So it's pretty much essential. Where could it be? Where'd you lose your marble at, dude? You're losing your marble. Well, boy howdy. Look who you're talking to over here. Alright, is it literally just as simple as it's over here and I just missed it? I love a camera that just clips through the wall. Oh, is it back here? It's gotta be back here, right? Well, it's gonna be back down this way. I didn't realize this was gonna be as long as it is. Hey guys, remember what I said about the military-industrial complex? I'm sorry, please don't kill me. Nice try, boys. Nice try. Alright. Loop back around this away. Well, what are you doing here, my dude? Yeah, nice try. So the marble's got to be over this way, then. Yes? Otherwise, is this, like... like, is that a secret way to go? Or is that... I assumed that was the way to go. Like, supposed to be the way to go. Nope, it's right here. Alright, just gotta get this marble back. Just gotta get this marble back. It should be very simple, because I already killed all the enemies. Which makes it very trivial to get back and bring him the marble. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Alright. What's up, snail dude, whose name it just occurred to me? I don't even know.
Find my marble and use it to knock down these batteries. I'll give you a key if you can do it.
Come on. So close. Line it up, line it up. Oh, come on. Didn't even get a spare. There we go. Nice. Oh, here, I'll go ahead and just grab an acorn. There you go. Now, what do you have? Oh, you've got the key to this. We gotta beat him in a race, I think. Okay, no acorn for you. Copy that. And we will beat Sam in a slot car race in the next episode. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Like the video if you like the video. Share the video if you'd like to share the video. Subscribe if you'd like to as well. That would really help me out. I have been Jacob, and you have been wonderful. Thank you guys for continuing to, you know, just do Nostalgia Month with me. I really love it. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't think you guys would watch and enjoy, and I love that you're here hanging with me and doing it. I really do love it and appreciate it. And this has been Bugdom 2. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. See you, Space Cowboys.